So I just had to get out of the house a minute. Thought I'd hop on and chat with y'all. Hey, girl, hey. Happy Saturday,
Take
girl,
the next
day.
right onto North Main Street.
So, in typical fashion, I'm just going to vent just a little bit here. Because at some point, the tears dry up. The rage never really dissipates, but at some point, you just, the sheer insanity of all of it, and now you can lose yourself so easily in trying to get some fucking approval. Anyway, right now I am headed to go get some old antique trays.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto Salt Rising Road.
I got 20 trays for $25, and I'm going to use them as the trays to catch my chicken's poop. I'm really excited about that. Really excited about that fact. Under their roosting. It's going to be cute. You'll see. I am living for the big reveal. You got to watch for my turn. But at any rate, so we were fighting last night. Of course, because we're always fighting. Because there's nothing worse than being married to a narcissist.
Take the next left onto Salt Rising Road.
There's plenty that's worse. Don't get me wrong. That's not what I meant. And hopefully you know me well enough by now to know that. But anyway.
Continue on Salt Rising Road for 3 miles.
So you've seen him proselytize and talking about how he doesn't want to fight with me and making all the excuses that 5 years into our marriage he should know me by now, what I like to eat, and blah blitty blah blah blah, right? All the sounds he makes out of his face hole to justify his fucking behavior, right? But he's not a narcissist. But he is a narcissist, but he's not. I can never keep up. Anyway. So this latest one was this morning. He's been popping off because now he's heard, because he's always mirroring me, right? Always mirroring me. Doesn't know shit about the shit that comes out of his mouth. He literally, it's insane how you can be like a 40-year-old ass man and know so little. Like, it's genuinely mind-blowing. But yet have convinced yourself that you are some kind of all-knowing and powerful Oz. Anyway, so he was telling me now about enthusiastic consent, and we're supposed to be having enthusiastic consent, and I think we can all agree that of the two of us, I'm probably the one with the fucking degree in enthusiastic consent. Just saying. At any rate, now he's going to use some more words that he doesn't understand. And his way of using enthusiastic consent is only to say that his way of weaseling out of having to have any really insightful or in-depth or vulnerable conversations on film where he can look dysregulated. That's the fuck what that's about. It's not about enthusiastic. What the fuck? Like, he knows about enthusiastic consent. So, speaking of enthusiastic consent, y'all know by now, because I posted it in a video about the vitamins that I take and pre and probiotics to help with my absorption issues. I've fucking talked about it, right? You would think that my husband, my darling husband of 5 years, would know by now. I have absorption problems. We've always talked about that. Well, I've always talked about that and what I can and can't eat. And I've recently told him high-fat breakfast, which is why I'm making the things like brown rice and spinach and egg, right? So, and then he's,
In a quarter mile, turn right onto Daggett Hollow Road, Obie Road.
Daggett Hollow, Obie Road. You got it. So then, my son just had a sleepover, had some friends over after the 5K, and we made them, he made them a French toast casserole. My son fucking hated it, doesn't want to eat it. Explained to him he doesn't like fucking, French toast casserole.
Next right onto Daggett Hollow Road, Obie Road.
So, what's he do? this morning. Doesn't even bother saying to us, hey family, I'm feeling like we could all use breakfast before getting our day started.
Hollow Road for 3 miles.
On the farm here, before getting our day started, let's make a breakfast. What's everybody feeling? I'm feeling like cooking. Nope. What's he do? He makes French toast casserole, bacon, sausage, hash browns, avocado, egg, you know, all like diarrhea on a plate is what he made. And then, because I have the audacity to say, you know, here's a fun lesson in enthusiastic consent. You could have chosen to include us and then listen to the answers, but instead you force us to eat this breakfast that you know is going to make both of us sick, or should at least know by now. And because we're not grateful enough because you've slaved in the kitchen, now you're the martyr. And can't we see how hard you're trying and how much you love us? And aren't we ever going to appreciate all the things you do for us? But of course I can't get that out edgewise because he's interrupting and speaking over me and explaining why he did what he did. Not listening. So then he goes and he takes some deep breaths and then he says to me, you know, when you talk to me, I should just shut my mouth. You know, I'm really sorry that blah, blah, blah. But then you know what he does? Instead of it being yet another instance of this fucking happy horse shit I have to deal with every motherfucking day, from the minute I open my eyes to the minute I close my goddamn eyes, when I can close my goddamn eyes, he gets to be like, hey, next minute, like nothing ever happened. Like nothing ever fucking happened. Hey, I know I'm like a complete prick bag to you every moment of every day, but you know, I'm over it. So let's move on. Let's move on. Why don't you tell me what your goals are for the day so I can fucking ignore them? You know what I mean? Or so that then he can be the hero and hijack all of it. But at the end of the day, none of it ever actually genuinely includes inclusion or partnership or my opinions on how things need to be done. He will literally say to me, I would like your input on the things for me to get done today, and here are the things that I thought I was going to do. And then he goes off and does them. Last night. I was finishing up my work day. I said, I got to get these emails out and then I'll be with you. He says, okay, fine. I will take things to the barn. And I said, it's really important to me when I'm done work that I get the run up for the birds so that the girls can be out at least part of the day. It's not good for them to be caught up in the coop all the time. We got to get them out. He says, great, okay. I said, can you please get the instructions out and just take a look and see about how long you think it's going to take us to put it together so we can manage our time accordingly. Well, of course, it's like, okay, go team, break. So then I look out the window, hour and a half later, there he is putting it the fuck together, when the last we talked, it was going to be the three of us put it together because he only had an hour to budget in his time, and then he was supposed to come in and make dinner. But of course, it's an hour and a half later, and then I have to listen to all the excuses as to why he did what he did. And can't I just appreciate that he is going above and beyond? And no, because you know what's not done? The fucking run.
Mile,
and because then he was
south.
like, oh, I was expecting you to come out. Really, motherfucker? Because I could have come out within those 2 hours that you were just out there twiddling your fucking thumbs, putting the goddamn thing together, and it could have actually been done because the way we had planned to do it, it was supposed to be the three of us, lickety split, bam, bam, boom, done.
Take the next left onto
then
New York
what does he
305
do?
south.
Fucking puts the hoop part of it together, the birds aren't out, and then he sees something shiny and goes and mows the fucking lawn, which I've been asking him for 4 days if he will please go out with Ronan on the ATV so they can come up with a plan. But he fucking hijacks that too. And so all of these things, I'm supposed to be like, wow, what a great and wonderful, sensitive husband. Look at him. Look at him. Gone
Continue
above
on
and
New York
beyond.
305
Look at
south
him
for
doing
4
all
miles.
this, right? But no, he's not. He's bouncing around all over the place, fucking bird-shotting everything. There's no method to the madness. It's just fucking madness. And then I'm supposed to fucking suck his dick or, throw him, oh my God, my liege, how can I rub your fucking feet because your back hurts so bad because you work like a fucking idiot doing all this shit by yourself just to prove that you're a good boy. When really, all you gotta do is fucking listen and participate and be a fucking team player. But instead, you've got to be hanging out in your goddamn martyrdom. And then you want to walk around, oh my God, your neck and your fucking back, right? Like then you want to walk around, now you're the fucking victim because you've done so much work by yourself for your ungrateful family. And now your back hurts, right? Yeah. No matter what, he is the victor or the victim. Then he'll just say, yeah, I'm over it. I'm glad we talked. Hey, by the way, we're not talking about this shit anymore. New marriage, boo. Boo. This shit's brand new. We're brand new today. We don't got to talk about old shit. Why are you bringing up old shit? I'm going to talk about that. That was like so fucking 5 minutes ago. So 5 minutes ago. So yeah. So at some point, we need to talk, you and I, girl, we need to talk about fucking trauma bonds, don't we? Ain't that a whole thing to unpack? Yesterday, last 2 days in a row, I've been in fucking tears. One full of rage, one full of grief and despair. Grief and fucking despair. Today, it's back to anger. But also, I'm going to pick up some, poop trays for my chickens, which I'm really, probably inordinately excited about, but such is life on homesteading. And so I'm also going to talk about my Mel Robbins course real quick. I'm in launch session or class 6, and I'm so fucking pumped. We're picking our project, and my project is this YouTube channel. I have held myself back for so long because when you are married to a narcissist, you are isolated, you are drained, you are exhausted. You cannot show up to any situation, be it your goddamn job, a doctor's appointment, the fucking grocery store. You cannot, a friendship. You can't show up to anything as your full, whole, complete, and centered self. No, ma'am. No, you cannot. And I have done a piss poor job of representing who I am the last 5 years because I've had to put her on hold. All my hopes, all my dreams, everything being put aside so that I could basically be like energy vampired 1 foot into the fucking ground, being bled fucking dry by somebody that's never going to appreciate me, never going to see me, feed me fucking diarrhea on a fucking platter for fucking breakfast, and then tell me I'm not grateful enough. And that shit's just not happening anymore. And it's a motherfucking roller coaster. But what I am going to do, and what I told Mel Robbins, and all the people cheering me on,
turn right onto Dodge Creek Road.
What I'm doing is real, raw, messy, aspirational, and hopefully inspirational, because I am mad as hell and I'm not gonna take it anymore. So with that, I gotta focus on my driving because New York is a hands-free state and I don't have any of the damn,
take the next right onto Dodge Creek Road,
the damn things to keep my hands free yet, because I don't even know what I'm doing here on all this technology. So I'm not even trying to get in trouble.
Your destination will be on the right.
Oh, and I'm here. Well, anyway, I gotta go. It was great talking to you. I'll show you the poop pads in a little bit, and we'll get to doing some homesteading. All right. So I hope you have a beautiful Saturday. Stay blessed, y'all.